Welcome to the Grog Bowl, everybody. I'm Jason.
I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Why is there such a delay whenever I say I'm Jason? You're like, I forgot my name.
Because
there's always a delay between me and Nick because I feel like Nick's gonna say something else.
See, I'm getting ready. That's what I was getting ready to say. I'm trying to think if I want to say something witty or if I just want to say my name. And like Destiny's Child, I just say my name.
Like you always have something to say,
That one was a swing and a miss.
and you always do it at the end of the episode too.
I'm the Deadpool of the group. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
there's
that little bit of delay.
I'm the Grogger. I'm the Grogger with a mouth. What can I tell you?
I'm telling you, I'm just gonna start doing this. You know, there's gonna be a delay. I'm just gonna have it pulled up and go.
You know, I was gonna say something like in Espanol, I'm Nico, or something like that.
El Nico.
The Nino.
Which is Spanish for the Nino.
The Nino. I was watching a clip of him the other day when he actually went to like the house floor.
Oh yeah, I watched that the other day too.
And he was
House Resolution. Like, yeah. He's like House Resolution 1504 to make somebody the most popular person in the world. Done.
He's making fun of Newt Gingrich. Oh man. Yep.
That shit was good. So what's been going on, Nick? You've been the one out of town.
I'm taking.
Here we go.
Here we go.
She walks in the room. House rule number 1: you don't do this shit on Sundays.
Yeah. Well,
she said I was talking too loud and my exciting voice is coming out.
Yeah.
My son's got gibbering going on. Anyway, knock it off with the sound effects. They're
so ruled.
All right. So
that's the other sound that you need to add to this is the Jeopardy theme. So when Nick's wife walks in, we could just start playing the Jeopardy theme. Yeah. How long is it gonna take? He comes in. Nick, are you done recording?
No. We just started.
Speaking of that Shooter McGavin thing.
Can I answer your question first?
Yeah, go ahead.
What was the question?
What was that question?
He fucking asked what I've been up to since I'm the one traveling all the
time.
Yeah. I'm solving world hunger and not telling anybody. No.
You're full of shit. You're blowing your boss.
On a road trip?
Why not?
I fly coach.
Lean over.
All right. So anyway.
Lean over the console.
All right. Listen.
Maybe you're doing a new trend. Maybe you're hamstering.
Yeah.
85 miles an hour down the highway, getting a hamster job.
Okay, fuck it. I can't get 2 words in. I went back to visit my grandma and see some friends in Kansas. Go.
Was it good? Did you have fun?
It was good. I mean, she's 90 years old. She has dementia really, really bad. So it was like a good last visit, probably.
Did I send you that video of that grandma? She has a memory relapse. She's taking that shot. She's like, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is so funny. They're like, Grandma, no.
Is that your
grandma?
No, we went...
Yeah, she's sitting there going, hell yeah.
Yeah. Maybe my grandma was a little racist. You think? All right, so...
I fucking love that movie.
She put the Sheeny
curse on. I'm bringing it back, dude.
So anyway.
I'm bringing it back, dude.
No, we just went. We stayed in. What?
He hasn't got to say a fucking word. You just keep interrupting everything he says.
We'll just make this a Jason episode. What's up, Jay? What have you been up to? Let's just get you talking a little bit. You're not talking enough. You're always too quiet.
What'd you order?
Oh, I ordered like a coffee table / bookshelf for work and a new dryer seal. for the door,
Mm-hmm.
so our clothes get fucking dry. And Connor ordered tires and had them shipped to his place. So as soon as you put in that new address, it defaulted to his instead of ours. So when I ordered that shit, I didn't even think about it because it always just
So you
comes
got to drive
here.
to Austin?
No, we're gonna meet about halfway.
Oh.
So it's pretty much an hour drive for each of us, and we'll meet up.
So, here's an idea. Have Connor get his own fucking Amazon. Now that he's an adult.
There you go.
Well, he's actually doing really well. They just got pre-approved for their first acre and a half, and they're gonna put a mobile home on it, like a double wide. So he's gonna have his own house and shit before too long.
Hell yeah.
So he like all that. He's gonna have his own insurance and all that shit. Then
Is it
welcome to the
true?
real world.
Is it true double wide, or is he just getting like a modular home that they put together type thing?
Well, no, it's a modular home that they're gonna put together.
Yeah.
Like,
So they're not.
It is brand new.
So they're not rolling it in.
Yeah, they are like the two halves and putting them together.
Yeah, it's a modular. A double
Yeah,
wide.
that's what I said.
Well, double wide's
But-
different.
A double wide's a trailer park thing. Yeah.
Whatever. It's two.
Hey guys, Tammy here. That kind of shit.
Oh shit. So anyway, so I was saying the Shooter McGavin thing. He was on a radio show. I think it was like anywho. He was talking about that Shooter McGavin thing, and like they're asking, they're like, "Oh, so you're owning that?" He's like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "That movie gave me so many opportunities. It's ridiculous." But he was saying that at the end when he makes that 32-foot shot, he was saying that when they were doing that, it took him like 11 takes, and when he does that shooter and that that shimmy at the end, it's because they were making fun of him the whole time. Like he's like trying to make this long ass 32-foot putt, and they're like, "You suck." And when he finally made it, he's like, "Yeah, fuck you, shoot that."
What about you, Kyle? What's new with you?
Working, that's it. That's all I do.
Yeah.
So what you have to take your perp to jail for?
Last night?
Yeah.
I mean, a handful of things, but
Can you
Taking him back
talk
to Spokane where he's wanted for banging horses.
it's banging sheep, but you almost got it. Officer Jack Mehoff.
yeah.
Uh,
Get it?
Yes.
That might be one of my.
Shit.
That might be one of my favorite movies of all time.
Shut up back there, you sick fucker.
That is one of the greatest movies I think of all time.
David Spade, he's like those hillbilly kids showed up and they spray him with that, and he's like, "At least he didn't shove it up my ass."
What was the movie with Chris Farley?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
No, when he rolls down the mountain.
That's Black Sheep.
Is it Black Sheep? I thought it was something.
Yeah.
When he's rolling down the mountain.
He grabs that little vine.
Oh,
He stands
vine!
He stands up. He's like, "What the hell was that all about?"
Please have strong roots. Fuckers.
Have you ever seen that meme or that GIF that's like me rolling into the week and it starts by Monday, he's going down, and then Wednesday he's like grabbing on, and then it breaks and he keeps going all the way down to Friday, and he stands up on Friday, he's like, "Whoa."
That rock hits that thing and the refrigerator pins him, and he's like, "I think I got pudding in my shorts." He's like, "We didn't have pudding." He's got the fucking hole in the thing, and he's like, "I call top bunk," and he's getting hailed on, and then the bed falls on top of David Spade. Yeah,
Imagine.
it's funny.
Imagine what we would have today if Chris Farley had never died.
Oh my god, so great.
The things we could have to talk about. Like, imagine Grown Ups with Chris Farley.
Oh my god, yeah.
That would have
I
been.
it
I mean, it was a good movie,
it,
but
Right.
it would the what is it? The shit fart burp thing?
Yeah.
yeah. Like Kevin James did a good job. As I feel like that's what they were doing was like a Chris Farley replacement.
He's a good surrogate replacement to
Yeah,
Chris Farley. Yeah.
because he kind of has a very similar attitude in some ways. But Chris Farley, I feel like, was just dirty comedy, where Kevin James is clean comedy.
I don't know, man. I've been watching a lot of King of Queens like
Oh, I love
shit
that
lately.
show too.
If you go back and watch it, you're like, how did this even get through? Like, it's definitely not a show that people would accept nowadays. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, you could say that about a lot of different shows.
Yeah, but that was like early 2000s, like 2000, like 99 to like 2000, what, 8?
Yeah, somewhere in there. But you could say it about Disney though. There's a lot of hidden dirtiness in Disney from the 50s all the way up till now.
Yeah.
Including the pegging.
It's not new for me, but it's new for Disney.
And he just looks at the camera like,
Whoa. Is that supposed to be scary?
I have a
Because
virus.
pegging's not new for me.
I have a virus on my computer. It keeps popping up.
Uh-oh.
So last night I downloaded, or not last night, maybe last week, I downloaded this thing called Malware Bytes. It was recommended by our department's tech guy. It ain't doing shit. I paid $40 for a year for nothing because I still getting these damn pop-ups on my screen.
No, because it's probably just like it's because you're watching 3 screens of like Asian gay porn or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't watched porn on this yet. I wanted to in the worst way. I wanted to have 3 separate screens. Man, now I could do 4. 4 separate screens of porn and just be like, I don't know which one to do. But I just refuse.
clockwise rim jobs, counterclockwise rim jobs. Sometimes you just want to see it go the other way. Chicks with dicks, Johnny. I'm so sorry. I have a problem. There's no such thing as chicks with tits. It's just dudes with tits. Fucking Ted.
Imagine
one of the greatest cinematic experiences you ever have. Is that a shit?
That
on my
movie.
floor?
That movie would probably be cancel cultured if it was made tomorrow.
Oh, fuck that.
No.
Because Family Guy attacks everybody, just like South Park. And
Yeah, no, I know.
They tried canceling Family Guy at one time, and then Fox
I know.
realized that they were losing out. Yeah.
No, the fans.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is Fox canceled it.
I know,
And
but
then
that's
they
what
were
I'm
like-
saying. The fans fucking... Because it went to, what you called, Adult Swim
Mm.
for a while. And then the fans just fucking boycotted Fox, and they're like, we'll bring it back. We're stupid. And then he tried to do the spin-offs, like
Oh, Cleveland show.
American Dad, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh,
You
there's this one episode where they're at a hibachi restaurant and he gets up and he starts dancing and that little kid gets up and the dad yells at him and he goes, Nathan, this is why you keep getting molested. that is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I mean, it's got
Moments.
hit and miss moments for me, but the Family Guy is just, it's where it's at for me, because that's my kind of comedy where it's one of those things. I wonder what would happen if you did this, and like you kind of imagine it, and that's how Family Guy is. Like, it's that imagination of like what happens if. It's like, did you see the one with that chicken he's always fighting?
Yeah.
He's on his deathbed, so Peter heals him, just so that never goes away. He fixes him. This shit's so funny.
Hey,
Sorry. I'm
Speaking
sorry, I'm sorry I was talking and you're fucking on your phone while we're
no,
doing
check
a
it out.
podcast.
I'm
Get off.
listening.
No,
Not,
stop it.
not
Stop it.
you, Nick. Nick, he's like this. He's like,
I was looking up a joke because I think you guys will like it.
So we have
Speaking
a,
of,
he was texting his wife. We're almost
No.
done, I swear.
I looked up a fucking joke.
we hired a new guy like a year or so ago, but motherfucker's got this forehead on him. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's just massive. So we all the time we call him Roger from American Dad. I looked up. Oh fuck me, stupid fucking camera. If you
Okay,
know
so I got
Roger,
a joke for you talking about molestation. Here we go. What's the difference between acne and a priest? One waits until you're 12 to come on your face.
Yeah. You know what a reverse exorcism is?
No.
It's where the demon tells the priest to get out of the kid. Oh shit!
We love you Catholics. We love the Catholics.
We went to my nephew's christening, and
Did you guys break a champagne bottle over his forehead or something? Like, what?
no. We went and we walked in at the same time. We had like dress shirts on, but the priest looked at us, could see our tattoos coming out of our sleeves, and he just looks up and he goes, "Ah, sinners." And we're like, "Fuck, man, already?"
That's rough.
It's been 24 years since my last confession.
Yeah, no shit.
Probably around
Especially
there.
in that church. Yeah.
Probably around there. I probably haven't been in confession since I was probably 6 or 7. So
Since you went through penance.
I never did all that.
Oh yeah.
No, I did.
You
I
had
did.
to do that.
Well, I did the Sunday school, and I did.
That was the worst too.
I made it all the way up to First Communion, and I realized how bad the crackers tasted. And I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do it no more.
These aren't Ritz.
Well, some churches do Ritz. Our church is like legit, and like they gave you these dry ass fucking wafer things, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that no more, Dad.
I'd like to do the Peter Griffin when they're like blood of Christ. Is this really the blood of Christ? That dude must have been wasted 24/7.
Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding. That's what turned me off, and I thought the wine was gonna be fruit punch.
No,
it
it's
wasn't
not.
the priest.
And then like,
or did the priest turn you on?
No. So here's another thing that I found weird too, is I always put my hands out like this. I always wanted to do this, so he would put the body of Christ in my hand. Well, no, he
made you open up your mouth.
Yeah, he wanted to put he wanted to put that staff in. You know.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Father D'Alessandro's a great guy, but it was weird.
He just puts it on the tip and just says, "Here, try this."
And my first priest, Father Memorella, was a World War II bombardier.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Father Memorella.
R.I.P.
He found God after he killed a bunch of Nazis.
Oh, he killed a bunch of Nazis. He wasn't afraid to talk about it either. He always had good war stories.
Well, I need to look that up or ask Brian Anderson, if he knows like specifics, because I'm watching that Masters of the Air on Apple TV right now about the 100th bomb group. And I'm on the one episode they sent up 21 aircraft, fucking like 10 come back. Like fuck me.
That's got to.
I couldn't even imagine.
It's just like that scene in Band of Brothers when they're all getting shot and all those planes are getting shot out of the air. It's probably the same scenario.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's like they were doing some kind of mission where they were supposed to meet up with like a couple different groups. They were supposed to be like almost 400 bombers in the air at one time, but the two other groups didn't show up, so they kind of left them as like sitting ducks.
That
You know?
sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would love some of my favorite movies out there are World War II bomber movies.
Yeah.
Tuskegee Airmen, great movie.
Great
Original,
Yeah.
movie.
original, not
Yeah.
Red Tails.
Memphis Belle.
The Memphis Belle, that was number
Yep.
2 for me. Um,
This Masters of the Air is pretty good because it's Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, who did Band of Brothers.
is
Right.
it
So it's just for the bomb group.
is it made like a documentary, or is it made like Band of Brothers, like as in
It's
like?
made like Band of Brothers, where it's like part one, part two,
Ooh,
That's
and
why
it's got like it's got like the different people narrating, so
yeah.
you see different points of view. Um,
That's
you
why
know
I didn't like the Pacific, because it just felt like more of a docu-series than an actual like Band
the
of Brothers
Pacific
thing.
could have been so much better,
Way better. Yeah.
but
I didn't think the Pacific. I just started watching the Pacific. I read the book way back when. It's
Yeah.
probably actually the only book over 200 pages I've ever read. And the book was okay. Like I got through it, but the Pacific, I don't know, I just did not. They
Yeah.
didn't build you into the characters like they did Band of Brothers. You kind of
Right.
got thrown right into shit with them from the get-go. Where Band of Brothers,
yeah, but
you got brought up to realize each individual soldier. And
well,
Right.
and in Band of Brothers too, they had that you had that common enemy. You
Hmm.
know, when they show them in like parajumper school,
mhm,
and Cap Sobel's like a
yeah,
cocksucker, and you, especially anybody who's been in the military, and you understand that plight, where God, I hate that motherfucker, and everybody, that's your unit's unification time,
yeah.
But hadn't that guy been such a fucking prick, do you think it would have been a lot different at like the Battle of the Bulge, and you know, you know that he built them up to a certain level and expectation that it was maintained. And I think that's why that Story Easy Company is so,
Yeah.
you know, in
And
in
they hit a lot of
the Pacific.
they hit a lot of the fame of World War II too. They hit
Yeah.
Yeah.
D-Day, they hit the Battle of the Bulge, they hit there was I mean all of them really. They hit all of them.
Well, even the Pacific, wasn't it like Iwo Jima?
It was
But
Iwo Jima, and then they went. Yeah, but they kept going back to that one island over and over and over, and you're like, crap. Can we just go to a different part of the
but
combat scene?
I don't remember in the Pacific that I think it just started with them landing,
Yep.
or about to
Yeah.
land on. You didn't see him in
Yeah, there was
like the
no.
first two episode. There was no build up. It was just you're in the
Right.
shit, and
Yep.
this is and I mean that's the Marines too, right? So,
Yeah, but there would have
but
been.
this one,
But so I will say in the Pacific, I have a hard time recognizing characters
Yeah.
because there was no bill. I don't remember which character I'm looking at because one, a lot of them do look alike. Two, there's just like there's so much going on in each scene, and it's always dark.
Yeah.
Like
uh,
it's never a good daylight. I mean, they have good daylight images and video, but like there's nothing. Anytime something the shit's going down, it's a dark scene.
this Masters of the Air has the dude that played Elvis in it. He's the only recognizable actor in it that I know.
Mm.
Um, I think everybody else is pretty much an unknown. But it's so far it's really good. It like especially like the in-air battle sequences when they're trying to shoot down like Me-109s and stuff like that, and like they show the flak going off and just how much it's like destroying these fucking C-17 B-17s, and just how much shit that they had to go through. It's better than the Pacific. I'll give you that. It's not the Band of Brothers,
Right.
but it's better than the Pacific.
What's this called? Masters of the Air?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV.
Apple TV. I'm sitting here looking on Amazon Prime. I could have swore that's what you said.
It's on Apple TV. It's really good. Dad would love it. My dad is like anything World War II, really,
Yeah, but the
especially
air.
aircraft.
Yeah, you put it in the air. He loves it.
He said he got to fly a whole bunch of shit down at the boneyard when he was younger.
Have you all ever been there? Boneyard's pretty awesome, man.
I like the 117s that they have there. They're
Yep.
not there. You just have the stake in the ground. It just shows that, like, the empty spots of all the 117s.
Yeah. So for viewers or listeners, man, that's a cool place to go if you're ever in Arizona. Like, check it out.
Yuma,
Like,
it's hot.
yeah,
Are you
yeah.
allowed to
But it's
go? Are
just
you allowed to like run up and get inside the planes and shit?
I think
no,
most of them are locked.
yeah. You just, I mean, it's just a matter of just driving down like miles upon miles of freaking aircraft that's just been decommissioned. And the story behind like why we do it is freaking crazy too. Like that's what we use to prove in like the nuclear treaties and stuff like that to Russia that hey, we don't have that we've decommissioned this mini bombers that are nuclear capable, and they're supposed to do the same thing, but Russia doesn't like to play by the rules. So, but
That Vladimir Putin thing, um, that interview with Vladimir Putin that Tucker Carlson did, it shed. I'm not saying Vladimir Putin's innocent by any means, but it did shed some light. Like, hey, I'm willing to negotiate, but nobody wants to talk to me, and I get it. He was a dick.
he's a
But
big
how much
dick.
more
He's
money do we got to give Ukraine?
It's bullshit. Somebody said something.
On TikTok, you're a bitch.
No, on like the amount of money that we've given to Ukraine is like more than like the Department of Education receives annually or something like that.
yeah, it's
Or
complete. It's crazy that this is the one thing that, and I understand why people are like, hey, we need to make sure that Russia doesn't invade. But as of right now, like even Zelensky has said, hey, I'm willing to talk and create a treaty and a truce, but because Russia's occupying like 18% of Ukraine right now, and
oh,
the offer on the table right now is say, hey, you guys can keep that 18%, but Ukraine that we control right now, it stays, and then we're going to join the EU to make sure that we're protected for future invasions. So
So here's where the money
take that for
we have
take
get.
that for national security, you fuck.
I think it was like I think we're up to like $60 billion
Yeah,
given to national aid or foreign aid in Ukraine,
I
and that
I
amounts to
think when
be
I looked it up the other day just to shut that one guy up, it was like up over 75 billion.
okay. So
yeah, it's
75 billion.
stupid.
So that's equivalent. So I was looking this up as well and comparing it to the national debt that he was complaining of, and I got the figure of around so at 75 billion, we're probably looking 60 million for me. It was at like 0.14% of our national debt. But now 75 billion, we'll call it 0.16% of our national debt. And literally is a fraction of our national debt. But it
Right.
occurred over the course of a year. Other national debts come over the course of a term of a presidency. This occurred in 1 year.
Yep.
That is plus all the other shit we got going on.
Yeah.
Ukraine's not the only
So
issue that I have with Biden's national or foreign policy.
so far it's this is as of a day ago, according to ABC News, $110 billion in supplemental funding for Ukraine. So it's up to $110 billion.
Okay, so we'll call it 20.20.
Yep.
It's not even 1% of our national debt. It's not even a quarter of a percent of our national debt. But like that again, that occurred over the course of 1 year, and we're no better off than we were. Ukraine's no fucking better off. I mean,
We could have
they're
finished the wall.
they're better off. Ukraine's better off, but nobody in the United States is better off. There's no Ukrainian citizens that live in America that are benefiting from this. There's
Right.
just like there is so much. Like I agree, Ukraine is an ally, but here's 30 million. Like $30 million should buy you a lot.
Figure it out.
Like why are we the ones that have to stand up and say
Because
here's some money?
that's where Hunter Biden gets all his blow from.
It does. It's so like there's so many other countries that could step up and be like, oh here's a $1 billion. If 60
But that's
countries showed up and said here's $1 billion,
right.
we'd be in the same place we are now.
But that's why Trump was like, hey, until everyone else in the freaking UN starts paying their like America shouldn't be the only one funding everything around the world to keep
Yeah.
the peace or do whatever. Unless they start paying their part, the US is out of the UN.
I
Now,
think
do I
we
agree
should be
with that?
buying those fucking buoys and putting them in the Rio Grande.
There we go.
Just separate it completely. So
I
you
s-
have the
I-
buoys in the water. They can't cross.
Yep.
And they explode.
Yeah.
But I
Touched.
told
You
Chris
put those fucking underwater planes.
The whole buoy system just goes up.
Yeah. Makes
I
the
told
trench
Chris,
bigger.
I was like, why do we not put like big ass freaking? Okay, the Rio Grande's a pretty good sized river, right?
Yeah.
Jason, I'm counting on you, this Texas guy. Okay, why can we not
Sure.
just get some freaking equipment on the freaking big ass boats and start digging a deeper trench in that motherfucker? That way they can't just walk or swim across. Like you make that fucker 100 feet deep, they won't be swimming. I promise you.
Red jet, some bitch.
Why don't
Yeah,
we
just trench it.
Why don't we take all
Yeah,
the Florida
make it like-
alligators, transport them from Florida to Texas? There is an overpopulation of gators in Florida, and it is bad. Like it's almost like one gator to one person.
The water's probably actually too warm for them here.
Gators are cold-blooded, so they would adapt to
I
the
know,
temperature.
Yeah, I know that, but it may be too hot. But let's just add piranha to the fucking water.
But what I'm like, there's got to be a way to do this, right? And I don't understand. Like, you could put all the razor wire and the fencing and everything else. Obviously, they're finding ways around it. All right, these migrants, they're pretty smart. I'll just be honest with you. They always find a way to get their fucking way their way into the fucking country. So and then they fucking can't abide by our rules, and you know what?
Murder
Whatever.
people.
They murder people. Yeah,
Like, what
we don't know
happened?
who's
Goodness,
coming
this-
in.
Like, why can't we just go
Venezuela,
back
so-
to the good old days, like World War II? Like when
Put
we need,
everybody in concentration camps.
no, like when we needed shit done, like this shit with like Russia. Imagine this being 1942. We wouldn't be fucking around trying to make
because
treaties. We would
That's
have
because- yeah.
dropped fucking 16 specified location bombs in fucking Russia just because of the sheer size. I only say 2 in Japan, 16 for Russia.
Well, here's what sucks.
You
Is
wouldn't
back
even
in
have to do that because you take out Moscow, they're done.
That's true too.
Yeah.
You take out the Kremlin, they won't know what to do. But anyway, back in 1945,
But you
When
know nothing
freaking
about
Patton-
national security.
speaking on national security, when Patton was taking, was finishing up the war over there, he said, "Let me go into Russia. We're here already. Let me fucking go in. We'll freaking put the Ruskies in their place or whatever fuck they called them then." You know what I mean? Like, if we just let Patton go and do his thing in 1945, spend 2 years fighting Russia to make sure that they don't fuck up, we probably wouldn't be in this situation.
Well, had Hitler actually had his not fought on two fronts, had Hitler just put all his resources on the Eastern Front rather than the Western Front as well,
Yeah.
and in Africa, he probably would have fucking put the Russians in their place to begin with. But
Had he taken over the Eastern Front prior to the Western Front, he probably would have had more stability to take the Western Front.
Look at all this national security we're talking about.
What pisses me off is that if Hitler hadn't wrote a book saying he was going to take
Mein-
over the world,
Mein Kampf,
and then come within 80, complete 80% of his book. Like if you read his book, or at least the
you
translation,
read Mein Kampf?
Well, I read the translation of it. Parts of
You
it.
just said
I didn't read the whole
I
thing.
was, gonna,
I
I
was
was
just saying,
just about to say.
I read the
You,
highlights of it. But he
you wrote the Cliff Note version.
yeah, I read the back of the book. But I mean, he goes into detail how he's going to do it, and then mimics those actions like almost periodic, like time sensitive to how he does it.
Is that where OJ got the idea? If I would have done it, this is how I would have.
Yeah.
Like he stole Hitler's idea.
No,
If the
no.
glove don't fit,
He
you
committed.
must quit.
No, OJ committed the murder, then wrote the book. Adolf wrote the
Okay.
book and then committed the murder.
That's true.
Millions of them.
Millions.
Piece of shit. But I mean, imagine
What are
somebody,
you doing here, Hitler?
imagine somebody picking up a book back then, reading it and saying, "This guy's full of shit. There ain't no
Yeah,
way."
There's
And
no
then
way he's gonna do all this.
and then you could just sit there and after he starts doing it, he could be like, "Well, I kind of know his next move. I feel like Poland's coming." Then he takes over Poland. You just put 2 and 2 together. He would have never made it
sure.
he would have never made it to France.
I'm sure. I mean, you had those people in like the Valkyrie who tried to kill Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there was a whole bunch of times Hitler's like talking or giving a speech, and people were just looking around like, "This fucking guy."
Did you
think
send
he
Did
is?
you send that out on
What?
Instagram the other day?
What's that?
When it's Hitler with his high white socks and his shorts, and he's wearing his shirt, and it's like, really, this guy almost took over the world.
No, I didn't see that one. Yeah, this fucking guy. But the thing, that was just strictness, you know, obeyed by this. But because he had those people, if they disagree with you whatsoever, just shoot them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that's how you win people over. Fear.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Or the Clintons.
Or the Clintons. I mean, realistically, what's the difference?
That, exactly.
You don't like what they have to say, they just have you killed. Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. You're a scumbag, but rest in peace.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Let's not praise him, all right? Let's not.
No.
Yeah.
What
But
about
I mean,
all those people in Benghazi?
so, but Jeffrey Epstein was he had that mindset of, well, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody down with me. And
Yeah.
now look at him. He died in prison.
Died.
Yeah. That's, but you know, even he wasn't completely stupid. He had all those logs and shit of people who showed up to his island.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, but what the?
I mean, I would have kept fucking everything.
At the end of the day, that proves nothing. That proves people got onto an airplane and came to his island. That doesn't say that there was fucking mass child molestation going on.
Yeah.
They're having orgies in the background.
So there's
Hey, Hillary, yeah, Hillary.
There was a kid on TikTok. He went up to Epstein's island, and like he took a jet ski
Oh, the
over.
security.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
they
saw
got
that
up. They
too.
got up to like one of the big buildings, and they were trying to look inside, and they got chased off by the security. But like, how are you dead and still afford security?
Because
Human trafficking is a horrible
yeah,
business.
it's a motherfucker.
It goes. Yeah.
It's a motherfucker. Hillary's getting blasted in the front and the back of the mouth. He's just all holes plugged.
Yep.
And those guys are standing behind. Yeah, this is what Bill likes too. Wonder if Monica Lewinsky was on that list.
She was an intern. Why would she be on the list?
Because maybe Epstein knew. He's like, man, she likes cigars too? Damn. She's a freak.
I feel like you need to start putting up
Jerking off more?
No, just putting up a new towel. Like I feel like you need to put up a new towel every week.
2-parent hand job. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just trade it out every week. Just make it like something like an Easter egg or something like that.
Yeah. and a hand job. So the story behind that is we were playing poker here at the house a couple months ago, and one guy that was sitting next to me, he thought he was petting a dog, but he was actually rubbing on my leg a little bit. This is like a couple seconds, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I thought it was the dog, and I actually won that hand with 2 pair, and I was like, damn, I got 2 pair and a hand job tonight. And my friends made me that towel last time we played, so I was like, I'll put it in the recording room. I think it's funny.
That is good.
Kyle, I was telling Jason right before we started that I'm gonna buy the same rifle setup that you just purchased, man.
The Henry Model X.
Yeah, and I'm building it just like the pictures you sent.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I got
badass. It's a little bit modern
I got
take
the
on an old rifle.
I got the blessing. I'm gonna go order it.
Yeah, so we're just all gonna have it. As soon as I get my
Yeah,
new computer.
see.
I'm buying a tax stamp. I'm gonna get me a suppressor. Everything. I'm doing it, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. I already have my fingerprints and everything ready to go. So
Yeah.
if you go on Silencer Central, you can finance it out for a low interest rate too.
What do those run usually? Like around 3 or so thousand?
A suppressor?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! You can get them for like under $1,500.
Oh, because
Yeah,
I was telling Jason I'll just go to Shields and get it there and just file for tax stamp and everything.
yeah. So
Because I want to get
you have to go get fingerprinted.
yeah, and I still want to like get one for my AR anyway. So
Yeah,
I don't need a silencer. I
you,
want you to hear that fucker coming.
oh no, you're still gonna hear it. It's still loud. I saw
yeah.
a bunch of videos. It's not quiet by any means.
So
It's such a big round.
that's a common myth is they're not. Everyone calls them silencers, and I love you, Jason. They're not. They're just suppressors,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, they're still loud as hell. I mean, they're not like in the movies where it's just like absolutely not.
So
That's
if you're
stupid.
shooting a subsonic round, they are quiet.
Then but I mean,
So,
they're not like
I
who's
mean,
gonna buy a subsonic round?
that's that 357 mag
Now we're
round.
getting blurred. We're getting blurred.
Why? Because I
Showed a
put up the
bullet on YouTube.
357.
So yeah. This bot is gone. All right. We're not
Yeah,
advocating violence. We're just gun lovers. All right.
yeah. I'm just saying
I'm
that's not a big
advocating
bullet.
violence.
I'm advocating. Sometimes violence is the only answer. I'll be
Yes.
honest with you.
I'm just saying that's not a big bullet.
It's not.
4570 is a big bullet.
Oh, it is.
It's a scary
That
looking
357
motherfucker.
that 357 mag is not that big of a bullet.
So the 4570, the magazine only holds 4 plus 1 in the tube. How many can you put in that?
Right.
I don't know. I haven't tried it. It's probably I'll probably get 4 in a tube.
If you're no, what size barrel is that? That's a carbine, right?
Yeah.
Is that 22-inch probably? So
No,
yeah.
no, I think it's a 16-inch. Being a
I
carbine,
don't know.
pretty sure it's a 16-inch barrel. So maybe because the Model X has a 21-inch barrel, and you get 4 rounds. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Haven't tried it. Maybe 5.
I bet you get 6 in there.
Maybe. But I got the blessing, so I'm gonna go buy one. I just got to go to the store and order it.
So there's a company where you're gonna buy all that M-Lock and stuff, the M-Lock handguard and the stock. I'll give that to you now too.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if I can just go to Shields and order mine.
570.
Ranger
Yeah.
Point Precision. Ranger Point Precision makes all those accessories for that 4570.
Nice.
They're expensive.
I don't care.
Probably gonna be an additional like $500 in. But make sure you buy the Model X, the same exact one, because if you want the suppressor, the barrel already comes threaded for a suppressor.
Nice.
But that's the only one that has a threaded. Well, the only one that I found in a 4570 that has a threaded barrel.
Wonder if I could order it at Atwood's.
Another good thing. So, like I said, mine I ended up paying $900. I didn't even pay for it yet because it didn't come in because they said it's a really high demand gun. 2 to 3 months was the wait time on it. But the MSRP on their website's $1,100, but I think my gun dealer probably just gets like dealer rates.
Yeah.
And he's a good friend of mine, so I don't think he's making too much money on this one.
Yeah, I wonder. The last gun I bought, when I bought this one, I actually had to go to Oklahoma City and get it at Bella's.
Mm.
So the problem is, I bet I could call up there and order one. 'Cause it does take a shit long. Even that one, I had to wait for like 3 months.
So on Gunbroker, they're going for like $1,300, $1,200.
See, that's usually where I look is Gunbroker. So
Yeah, I don't know. I bet I could order it on Cabela's.
Here's a guy, he did that same shit. He went to Razor Point Precision and bought all those things. Then he put a red dot on it, and then he's charging you $3,700.
yeah, he's
Get
making
the fuck
good
out of
profit
Dodge.
on that one. Yeah, get out of here. And that's why I want to do it because I already got the red dot. I got an extra red dot downstairs, so I'm like, man, I need something to put it on. Why not?
Every
So,
week, I would just sit up there and stare at Jay's, and I was like, I need a lever action in my life. Because I mean, like realistically, that's the pump shotgun of rifles.
right.
Like
Yeah.
that you will never fail. That gun will never jam unless you jam it, unless you do something wrong. So as long as you become proficient with it, yeah, it's just it's the gun that won the West.
Actually, Colt is actually the gun that won the West.
But the lever action style rifle, it's just
From a rifle perspective, yes.
thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to steal
What are
your
you looking at?
thunder.
What are you looking at? We're at
Yeah.
47 minutes here.
Bella's. I was seeing if they actually had one in Oklahoma City that I could just go buy. They just have the it's got the wood grain stock and everything is blacked out, but they don't have the X. I'd have to order it. I'd have to call up there and tell them, hey, want a Henry 4570? Order it for me, and fucking, I'll come pick it up.
Cabela's probably get it quicker than 2-3 months.
That's
I bet
that's
that's
about the
average.
going rate.
Yeah.
That's about the going rate because when I ordered that one, they said it takes anywhere from 30 to 120 days.
Who knows?
So
We shall see. Hopefully, I get it soon.
yeah,
I could just.
I may
I'll sit here
I may
and
call
hold
up
it.
there.
Hold it
I may
like you're
call up there.
freaking Billy the Kid getting his picture taken.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wanted.
I wonder if they sell it in a 357.
No, it comes in
They don't?
it comes in 410 and 4570. The Model X only comes in 410 and 4570. You can get other ones. They have 357. They have but the Model X only comes. It's a big bore.
Huh?
I think it might
Big
come
boy
in,
Model X. Listen, this is per Henry's website. So it comes in a 45 Colt, a 357 38 special, a 44 mag with a 44 special.
There you go.
You can get it in a 357. So guess what Daddy's buying? The 357.
That's
You
stupid.
can buy it, but I'm not calling you daddy.
You're gonna buy the same exact gun you have?
Yeah.
Be a man.
Yeah.
Get the 4570.
Yeah.
Or get a
About the
3030. Or get get something different. It makes zero sense to go buy the same exact gun you got hanging behind you.
Why?
It's just
Because
black.
then I only have to buy one fucking ammo.
One, you don't have enough spaces on your gun rack there, Wayne. All right. Two,
I got plenty of room.
For ammo, no more guns.
I just cut another slot.
a gun rack. What am I gonna do with the gun?
So the MSRP on the 45 is 1124. It weighs 7.3 pounds.
That's a sweet baby Jesus right there.
Yeah. Yep. I think I'm gonna call Cabela's today, as a matter of fact, motherfucker, and get mine on order.
Are you gonna order the 357?
No, I'm gonna order the 4570.
I was gonna say a 45 Colt would be kind of cool, I guess, but you also gotta look. Hang on one second. You guys can filibuster for me.
Filibuster.
What are we filibustering?
I'm just looking up something quick.
Oh,
Gay!
there's your filibuster.
Filibuster this, officer. Donut.
So now that you're wide awake and you only had 5 hours of sleep, you gonna go eat yourself a croissant or something like that? Like what's Kyle gonna do? What are you gonna do?
He's gonna make himself another McGriddle.
Yeah, so Jay, you were looking at the wrong one. You're looking at the big boy Model X, which comes in all those calibers, but the X model comes in
I put
45.
in.
No,
It's a big boy Model X.
no, yeah, Model X, X model. You want to be a man, you get yourself an X model.
Which is the same fucking thing.
It's not. That the one you were looking at's a big boy X model. This is just a lever action
it
X
had the
model.
same fucking. It had the same fucking shit on the front to where you could probably do the same exact thing
Yeah, unless
on the
you're
Model X.
unless you're gay. You just don't want to. I can't handle it in my shoulders because I'm a 100% disabled veteran. I fucked up my shoulders in the Air Force when I was jerking off all the officers.
It says
Hey, those are rookie
max
numbers.
capacity. The max capacity on that fucker is 4 rounds.
Yeah, what's the? Let me look it up on the.
7.4 pounds, but the MSRP is the same, 1124.
Sweet
So it's the same as the big boy.
7-pound baby Jesus, all wrapped nice and snug.
So I do like the look of that big boy better because it's got a shorter barrel on it. But I wanted the 4570. That's the only reason I even wanted it. It's just like imagine like somebody walking in like a burglar. Like they think things through before they come in somebody's house.
Do they? Do they?
They have to. They have to know the risk. It's no different. It's different than a soldier going to war, but they know the risk walking into somebody's house. They know potentially, even if it's subconsciously, they know something bad could go wrong. Imagine just walking in like thinking like, oh, maybe the homeowner's got a 9mm, or maybe the homeowner's got a little 22 long rifle. Imagine getting your ass blown away by a 4570 from 20 feet.
That the neighbors don't even hear because
No.
you got it suppressed.
Yep.
I'll call up there and order it today.
This motherfucker thought he had.
So, I've always made the joke that I keep a random like old kitchen knife laying around. That way, if they try crawling out of the house, I pull their asses back in and put that old knife in their hand and be like, "Sorry, defending myself." Is that something y'all would do? Like, I'm killing first. Don't get me wrong, but if I
I do not have a
wound-
butcher's knife stored away in a closet somewhere.
So I don't know. I don't know how Colorado is, but I can tell you here in PA that if somebody enters your house and your life feels threatened, you don't even need to put a knife in their hand.
I'll tell you, in the great state of Texas here, they set foot on my fucking property. I have every right to fucking blow their brains out.
No, I'm just doing that for safety for like the full protection measure of, hey, now no one can argue against it now. You know what
Here's
I mean?
how awesome Texas is. I could watch my neighbor's house get robbed and that motherfucker run away with his TV. I could drop that motherfucker and be like, I was protecting my neighbor's yard.
Speaking of that, I know I'm going to get off on a
Did you
whole
have
new
to shoot
rant.
him 55 times? I don't know. It's the worst case suicide I've ever seen.
It was horrible. He stole the TV, realized what he'd done with his life, and said, "You know what? I'm just going to kill myself." I was looking up because Chris and I are talking about relocating probably about another 5 or so years, right? We're talking about packing up and going. Here's the problem though, Jason. All the states I want to move to,
Texas isn't one of them.
no, they are. But Krista, I still can't get her sold on it. Anyway,
Pennsylvania's pretty good.
the home
Fuck
insurance,
off.
the home insurance cost is fucking outrageous. So I'd be leaving one state where I'm paying a shit ton, going to a state where I'm still paying a shit ton. I gotta figure it out, man. Gotta figure it out.
I kid. Growing up there is it's still weird going back, being here for so long that how red like our communities where we grew up are, but like you get outside, like you go like Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and like those bigger cities, and how blue they are, and it's just like, oof.
I don't
Is
know.
it ruining it for you?
If I'm being honest with you, I don't see the politics when I leave here.
You don't see it, but like you, if you hear like sit down and you listen to people's conversations and shit like that, you can hear it. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, you get some of that too. I remember that time we went there for breakfast and Jennifer told that one dude off. He was just being nasty. He wasn't expecting little old Jennifer to frickin' pop up and just, you need to shut your mouth. with her
Yeah.
southern accent. Yeah. You need to shut your mouth. Anyway. All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Good app.
Even waiting on Kyle, waiting on a woman. I was in bed.
Oh, we apologize.
at the
Only got
time.
4 hours of sleep.
No, it's okay. I'm up for the day now, so I'll make the most of it.
He'll be racing in 30 minutes.
No. I
It's
bought
not a race till 6.
I bought a car that's sitting at my buddy's house that I need to fix.
Krista wants to go look at cars too. She really
Oh
hates
no,
it
this
when
is
I just let her.
this is a beater. I paid $400 for this.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't run, doesn't do anything.
I'm saying she wants to buy one, so I'll probably go car shopping with her.
Well, I can't afford diesel fuel, so I figured if I could put $20 into a car every month. Then I didn't realize I put a little bit of money into it, maybe flip it,
Right.
sell it for $1,200, go out and buy another beater.
So when we were stationed in Georgia, Jason, I don't think
pulling
we're
a
friends
Michael?
yet, but I had a Geo Metro convertible. That thing was fucking awesome. I loved it. We bought it for
Now,
like $1,000.
when
in
we met,
Georgia.
you had the
fucking
you had the
Honda.
lunchbox.
Right? Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what you called it. That's right. But this thing was like a '92 Geo Metro convertible. That thing was sweet, man. Oh, but that's what I did. I bought it. It hardly ran, so we put some money into it. I worked on it, replaced the top. Man, I would put the top down. We were driving around base at Tinker, listen to freaking '80s music, Top Gun soundtrack mainly, and we would just.
As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna go take the doors off the Jeep, and that's what we're taking to meet Connor. I'm just gonna, because it's like 80 degrees today.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna fucking down the highway with the fucking doors off.
When we're down there, my aunt was like, "Hey, it's gonna be like 80 degrees."
I remember when Lauren bought her Jeep. Her old Jeep had crank windows. This new one, she's like, "Why is the door things on? Why is the window roller downer in the middle of the car?" I was like, "So when you take your doors off, you can still roll your windows down." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She just went right over her head. And I was like, "Lauren, like we probably got like 10 miles down the road." And I was like, "Lauren, you realize, right? Like if the doors are off, you can't roll them up because they're not on the car."
We're gonna get the bar thing that you can just put in replacement of the door. Little swing bar. You gonna get one of those?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna they sell like a footrest thing you can slide into your hinge pin. You put that on it, and then they sell a mirror that you could put into your oh shit handle, so you could still see back.
Nice.
They're required. The mirrors are required in Pennsylvania if you're gonna have your
Yeah.
doors off. Last year we had,
Yeah,
or
you
2 years ago, we had a girl get thrown out of a Jeep. Guy took a turn too hard. She just rolled. She flopped right the fuck out of it.
Oh, speaking of that, before we go, we were heading to the Metroplex to a Rangers game last year, and we're driving down the road, and I see this passenger door open, and this lady, like 80, we're doing 80 going down the fucking highway, and you see her door open up like she's gonna just fucking heave ho
Jump.
out of this fucking car. So we come up, and this dude is just beating the shit out of this woman, just like bam, 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 bam. And she's trying to get out of this fucking car. So we call the cops, and DPS just comes speeding up behind me. And because we told them what our vehicle was and their vehicle, and DPS is like either one, he rolls his window down, and I'm pointing at this motherfucker, and he's like, okay, just pull over with him. And this guy got out, and he's the shit look that guy gave me, like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jason's got to go to
Times.
witness protection now.
Yeah. The U.S. Marshals are protecting me because you know what the ironic part about that whole story is? The dude was from Pennsylvania.
Probably from Hazleton.
Yeah, probably.
Ah,
All right, boys. We better call her.
Yeah.
All right, so for the Crock Bowl, I'm Jason.
I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Was that fast enough for you?
Check out.